Good morning, fellow YouTubers. Today, join me as I cut this thing up into bits and pieces to see how I'm gonna create what I want in my mind out of this rusty 1937 Chevrolet. Alrighty then, I've got this roof also rusting, was laying in a field for how long? Of a 1946 Stylemaster that I think I want to mate to this body shell. Because this is so rotten, even here, I'm gonna have to chop it there and chop this on a line to keep the original window frame in place and the original V, as this has got a sharper V and bigger windows. Looks like when they went more modern, they had bigger windows for view, for visibility, so they can see better. Okay, let me start cracking. This being custom and completely different to the original, I think I'm gonna choose this line inside here this bar's making and use the bar as a guide to start cutting it. So I've got the front, and if I really wanted to, I could turn it into a cabriolet. Okay, let's crack on. This line at least straight. I think of this as like an artist taking a piece of rock, piece of clay, and sculpting it into what we want. Okay, just mark both sides. Right then, let's get chopping. Now, let me chop through this channel. Let's see inside. Let me just make sure I'm there. What is that? So, now chop it down here. Alright then, don't throw that away, as I might need the bottom parts of these beams again. As this is our scrap bolt to see what we can do with it bolt. Alright, let me quickly attack this with the grinder. Take most of this rust out while I'm at it. And I think I'm going to cut this also behind the line. Put it on the vehicle and see how it's going to look. Because remember, it's going to be custom doors, custom door frames, everything custom made out of the junk we have. This is why I call it budget rodding. We try and do it as cheap as possible to show everybody you can do it cheaply and it can still look good. Just a lot of effort. I'll make new ones later on, but that's pretty toasted. This also, same principle. Yes, I know. I could have sent this thing to the scrap metal, be done with it, but this is a challenge. And we do like a challenge sometimes. Not most of the times, but sometimes. So let's accept this challenge. See how we can build it. Just chop out this rod, then we'll flip it over. That's pretty much dead. Okay. Turn this up. This one's a bit rounder. That ain't no train smash. Okay, so at least I got a guide where to cut. Okay, now we should be through. Yeah, this is basically the measurement I want. Let me just clamp this to hold it so I see where to cut. On this side. Okay, Quickly make a plan just to get that side more secure. I think I'm gonna cut a notch so this can lay in the notch on the body. Side is perfect, the size I want. I don't want it to move when I move that one to size. You see, just take us out. It's the piece of nothing. Let me see how we can turn it into something, this piece of nothing. Alright, now that I've got my basic idea of the shape that I want, I'm going to use this to chop this so it sits better. Then I'll probably give it a couple of small tacks on top here and bring this in down a bit more so I can build it with a swoop down like that. Man, this is going to look good, if I must say so myself. Okay, let me have a look. Oh, that's a nice tight gap, tight fit. Have a look there. Needs to come down. Okay, let me slide it out. Let it come down. There we go. That's why I made a notch to guide it down, etc. There we go. Now, just see something here. This is not a bad shape. This guy I can work with. Now it's got a slight bend here. Nothing, I can make this to that. And I can make this to that. Not bad at all. Yeah, it will pull. Okay. Okay. Now that I've got this roughly lined, I can tack it up here and tack it here. And then I can shape this. Now that I've just gave it a tack here and a tack there, let me chop this a bit so this line can meet up with the top of this line. Lift this roof a bit. I'll put something underneath it to hold it. Then I'll chop it through and get it up to size so I can weld it. There we go. Just take my wedge out. There we go. Basically that's what I want there. I can tack this in place. And then when I notch this, cut this, I can get it to fit the roof. Perfect. My rusted piece of nothing. Yes, I'll do other side just now as well. Then up here. Okay. Play with this a little bit. That's a strong tack. You go to the other side, get it also lowered, and let's just check our sizes. It's close. 2mm, 2 mils out. It's not too bad. Okay, just tacks, and then the fun bit would be when we start creating from here. But I think I'm gonna have a round curve like that, a gentle curve when I build it. quickly just give it strong tacks. Then I need to cut on the inside on my line and tack it. It's got so thin. Okay, one of those deals I'll probably have to weld inside as well. There you have it. That's basically the shape I want to go for. And then this I'll do later stage. Plus I'll make a custom door completely. The old post I'll probably use the bottom section from here, join it in. I'll use a 4-door door, probably just to close up here. And it will come. I've got a lot of welding and plate work on this one. Hope it's worth it. Plus this car has to be a lot lower. I've got a nice drop axle for this. I want to make this thing low. With that design, I think it's going to be perfect. Okay, let me chop it. When chopping on the inside, I prefer to use big discs. I'll use them when they're a bit smaller later, as I can't get my correct angle and I don't want a gap too big. Let me just change to a smaller disc for outside here. Mark it and chop it. Okay. Right. Go that side. Do the same. There we go. Right. Now I can clean and start welding or tacking from the center out. Okay, let me start tacking after grinding a clean bead. Tacking from the center out, so I can keep it straight and keep the heat off it. Okay. Yeah. This is gonna be a long day of welding. And when we get to the edges, we'll work it, we'll shrink it a bit, maybe pie cut it. Like I say, this thing's completely custom now. Something else. Man, this gap is so tiny, but that's how I want it. A piece of MIG wire can mess me around. There we go. That's it. We go to the other side again. Where this dent is, that was on the old roof. So I'll try and straighten it a bit, if I could. No dice. Like you can see here, this is how I want it, as flat as possible. As flat as possible, as smooth as possible, so I can just run a bead and grind it. Basically, that's how we want it. I see that old roof. There we go. Basically, that's how we want it. So we weld the whole day through until we've got a perfect seam. Okay, nearly perfect. We'll have to grind it perfect. Thank you, everybody. Peace out. Please like and subscribe if you want more content on rusty pieces of junk and pieces of nothings. Thank you, everybody. Peace out.